AITA for saying that my kids are the most important reason I would never cheat on my wife? My wife is upset at me because of a conversation I had with one of my ex-friend this weekend. I wanted to get neutral opinion on if what I said was horrible and disrespectful to my wife. Just a warning that I am writing about a very sensitive topic and may be triggering to some people. I have been friends with Jason, 38M, since high school. Our families are also close, and our kids are of similar age. For context, Jason is married and has 2 young girls. Last month, Jason's wife Bree got anonymous messages about Jason cheating on her. She snooped around and learned that Jason was having a 2-year-long affair with one of his coworkers. Bree was devastated and reached out to my wife. My wife and I supported Bree, and she confronted Jason and kicked him out of the house. He is living with his parents now and trying everything possible to talk to Bree and make things right. I was faced with a tough decision but decided to be there for Bree and kids and cut contact with Jason. He has been messaging me and trying to talk to me since then. Last week, his mom reached out to me and told me that Jason has not been doing well and having panic attacks and wanted to talk to me. I was reluctant, and despite my wife's protest, I decided to talk to him. He came to my house on Friday evening. My wife did not want to see him and stayed in our bedroom along with the kids. Jason was very apologetic and started telling me how he is so angry at himself, and how he broke up with his AP in order to make things right with his wife. He told me that he is also planning to leave his job and would do anything to get back with Bree and see the kids. He wanted me to talk to Bree so that he can at least discuss the situation and they can work on their marriage. I have never seen him cry and it was just horrible. He started complaining about how Bree has been ignoring him for the last several years and they were having problems and that led him to make such a horrible mistake. I know it's not my place, but I completely lost it on him and told him to stop blaming Bree. If he had problem with her, she should have worked with her to solve it. Cheating on her is the worst thing he could have done to her, and he has no idea how hurt Bree is due to all this. I told him that he not only hurt Bree, but also fucked up his kids' lives. They did not do anything wrong and now have to suffer due to his selfish behavior. I told him that I know that husbands and wives may have problems, but his actions are punishing his kids, and their lives will never be the same after this. I told him that I am angrier at him that he destroyed his girls' lives, and he is a monster if he did not think of them before cheating on his wife. We both argued for a while and eventually, I told him that I cannot help him in the situation, and we will stand in Bree's corner and make sure she and the kids are taken care of. He left after that. My wife was appreciative that I did not support Jason and did not let him blame Bree for his horrible actions. Before sleeping, my wife asked me why I focused on telling Jason that he should have not cheated because of the kids. She said that Bree's life is also destroyed, and she is never going to emotionally or financially recover from this for a long time. She feels that the kids are collateral damage, but Bree should be the reason why Jason should not have cheated. I told my wife that from my perspective, I feel worse for the kids because they had such a nice stable home and Jason fucked it up for everyone. My wife told me that she knows I would never cheat on her, but if I was tempted to cheat, would I stop myself because I love her, or would it be because of our kids? We also have 2 girls. I told her that the main reason I would not do it is because I have morals, but if I was playing her game, I will stop myself because I would never want my daughters to go through this horrible situation. My wife was upset at the answer because she feels that she should be the number one reason why I would not cheat. I understand her point and I love her very much. However, I really want my daughters to have a wonderful perfect life with 2 loving parents, and that would be the main reason I would never do anything to sabotage it. Am I the because I prioritize my daughter's happiness over the love towards my wife? Is that a normal thing to do, or my wife is right, and she should always be my number 1 priority? Update. I wanted to thank everyone for all your suggestions and comments on my post from last week. The week has been crazy, and I am just left numb since what happened yesterday. Can't help but blame myself for the mess that happened so far. The issue was that my friend Jason was caught cheating on his wife last month, and when I had an heated argument with him last week, I told him that he should have thought about his kids before starting a 2-year-long affair with a coworker. My wife heard the conversation and was upset that his wife Bree was the one who was wrong the most, and I should not have told him that his kids should be the number 1 reason he should have not cheated. I agree with all of you who said that the comments I made were horrible, but it was just an emotional week, and not sure I am thinking about things right. The night I posted here, I had a very long conversation with my wife. I apologized to her for telling her that our daughter's happiness would be the main reason why I would never do anything to hurt our family. I told her that she is the love of my life and how much I value all the things she has done for us. I understand that she is my wife, and I made a vow to her to be with her forever, and I understand how my statement was hurtful to her. She was luckily very understanding and told me to not worry about her. She said that she was hurt in that moment, but understands how much I love our kids. She did ask me why I even kept on bringing up kids during my conversation with Jason, as that was the point in my argument with Jason where I lost my cool. The thing was, when Bree kicked out Jason after learning about the affair, she was a mess. Bree is a Som and does not have many friends. My wife is probably the closest friend of Bree, and hence she called my wife to tell her about what happened. As my wife went to her place, I volunteered to pick up Jason's daughters and bring them to our house to give Bree some space. Bree was having a mental breakdown since the incident, and my wife chose to stay at her place to look after her. I was watching the kids for 4 nights, until Bree was okay enough to take care of them. Jason's older daughter, who is 8, kind of understood what was happening. However, his younger daughter is 4 and was just missing her parents. She is daddy's girl and kept on insisting to me to call Jason to our place. It was heartbreaking to look at her and feel how irreparably her life will be affected because of Jason's selfish decisions. I just felt very sad inside during the whole situation. I understand that it is Bree and Jason's relationship, and I don't get to have a say, but I feel that was the main reason why I reacted the way I did. I feel lucky that my wife understood my emotions and was gracious to support me and not be upset with my unfortunate statements. She told me that she told Bree that Jason came to our home and about my fight with Jason. Bree felt hurt about it, but asked my wife if she could come to our house on Friday to talk to me. We met on Friday and Bree asked me about my conversation with Jason. I told her in detail about what happened, how Jason's mom reached out to me, and I met him because of that. I told him about how Jason told me he broke up with his AP and was going to leave his job to be far away from that situation. Bree asked me about our fight and why I said things about the kids. I again was honest with her about what I felt. I apologized to her for having opinions, as it was their relationship, but I just said those things in the heat of the moment. Bree asked my wife and me if we think Jason can change, as she is also very worried about the kids and the impact on them. She said that Jason has always been an amazing dad, and she is not sure if she can raise the kids without him. My wife told her that what Jason did was horrible and unforgivable, but we do not want to give opinions on their relationship, as only Bree can decide what to do about it. Bree told us that should want to talk to Jason, and if we could host both of them, so she feels safe. Jason and Bree came to our house on Sunday, and it was the first time in a month that Jason met his daughters. It was a very surreal moment to see how emotional he got after seeing them. I don't care what all of you say, but I know that I will never jeopardize my family because I would never want to be in Jason's shoes, and how broken he looked when he had to face his daughters. There were a lot of tears all around. Bree and Jason discussed things privately. From the gist I got later, Jason apologized a lot to Bree and told her he would do anything to make things right. He told her that he has already put a 14-day notice at his workplace and vowed to never see or talk to his AP again. He told her that she could have access to his phone, and he will not take a job where he has to travel for work or stay away from her overnight. All he asked was for a chance to go for marriage counseling and work on things. He also offered that they could move to a different town near Bree's parents and get a fresh start. Bree accepted most of the things, except she does not want to move to a new place. They decided that Jason can move back into their house, and they will try to find a way forward from this situation. They both thanked us for mediating between them, and Jason also apologized to me for all the drama and told me that he will do everything possible to heal his marriage, and make sure his daughters are taken care of. It all seemed like a good outcome on surface, but my wife feels that my comments about their daughters may have guilted Bree into taking Jason back. I really did not intend to meddle in their relationship, and I know that they have a long rocky road ahead if they want to recover from this situation. I just hope that they find the strength in doing that. I wanted to get opinions on if what I did was right in this situation, as I feel I accidentally caused both of them to get back together, and if Jason cheats in future, I might be the one to be blamed because I talked to Jason first, and then my words guilt Bree into taking him back because of the kids.